certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. Jackson now to return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And an alley to run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Now Gordon on first down. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Chargers getting set to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, Brissett. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack back. In there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Brissett from the gun on third. This is caught by Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Going deep here for Bryant. And got his man. Complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Martavis Bryant, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On play action, Brissett. He's got his man here. It's Green. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around him.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Brissett. Got him in over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Going deep here for Bryant. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Carr try it again on 2nd down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is recovered by the Chargers. On 1st and 10, Brissett. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Brissett now on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 3rd and short yardage. Brissett trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Drops it off for Coleman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Coleman, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 2nd down, here's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Open man, it's Allen. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Gets it to Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. This is Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Express!
647. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Bryant. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Martavis Bryant with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Get down! 185!
They start the drive with Lynch. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Wide open receiver complete. He got 29 yards that time.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll run again with Lynch. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Carr now on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Play action now. Brissett. It's complete right side to Benjamin. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Brissett now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Brissett on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Reggie Nelson, the free safety, in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First down, Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is right through. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Switzer now to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Raiders have got him. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Second down, Brissett. Being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Room here to run. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Hey, 7:34.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over.
Express. 4 down, check, 4 down. Later 2. 36.
Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Bryant. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Coleman now. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw his Carr. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend on for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
A second down throw for Brissett. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Here's Brissett. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Here's Brissett. That's going to be caught. He got 29 yards that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Brissett. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, that's caught inside the 20, and he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play that time for the Raiders, 47 yards. Shotgun now for Carr. The quick slant caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Last season, the Raiders tried 2 two-point conversion attempts, and they were successful both times. They'll try another one now. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. We're set now on second down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
He's going to air one out. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, they go Lynch. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, but boy, they were successful.
Throwing now is Carr, escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Chargers on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Brissett. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Mario Edwards able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Keep playing hard. Here we go. Go. Get set.
On first, here's Washington. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now, yes, a 2-possession gain, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Such a highly touted product out of Ohio State. Bosa has not disappointed in the NFL.
Not even close. Rookie of the year, his first season. 12.5 sacks on a Pro Bowl his 2nd season. What's next for this guy? I say the sky's the limit, and you know how much he loves pass rushing. Even swaps moves with the opposition post-game, always trying to get better.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
All right, get set, fellas.
Carr to throw on second down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders are back within a score. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Get set, get set.
Carr now on first down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Raider 9.
He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Low, low, low. 29.
Back to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Go, go. Raider 2. Get set. White.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Get down, get down.
Now Carr. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
7:34.
To throw is Carr. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, they were successful in one sense. They completed the pass, but still leads them to a tough 4th down situation, doesn't it?
It does, and the deficit more than 3 here at a 1-score game. So the field goal, not their ideal situation. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. One final try now for Carr. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.